you were talking a lot about it in being a professional when it comes to discipline and stuff like that. For the people who don't know, like, what does that involve?
Oh man, it involves so much. Like if I take you through just my day to day, I mean I'm waking up, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. making sure you're getting your road work in or getting some level of conditioning in, and um then later on, a little bit later on in the day, I may have clients and work with my clients, and then work on skill stuff, go in the gym, working on your skill, working on your craft, beating down on your craft as much as possible, and then making sure that your diet is on point because you're working out so much between like endurance training, speed training, and strength and conditioning. You have to keep your diet to where it needs to be, and then like later on in the day for me, that's where I also do another workout or strength and conditioning workout where I'm doing push-ups, sit-ups, dips, sprints, hill sprints, that type thing. So you have to keep it creates a lot of discipline. A lot of people think like, man, that's very excessive, but it's just boxing, because in boxing you have every aspect of fitness that you could think of. You have to work on sprint training because you got to work on fast twitch muscle groups. You have to work on endurance training because you have to be able to last. Your legs have to be able to last you throughout the fight. You have to work on, you have to be limber. You have to stretch. You have to do everything is involved when it comes to boxing because it requires so much of your body, and you have to be prepared.
Yeah, for sure. For just randomly just saying fast twitch muscle groups, that's something you wouldn't even think about. Like, I mean, for the people who are active in fitness, but nobody thinks about boxing. I have to work on my fast twitch muscle groups.
Yeah.
They're thinking about going to punch a bag or something like that. So
right.
That's just good information. Like just a lot of little bit of tedious stuff that you kind of have to work on and
right.
improve. Yeah, that's what's up. And then also, I was going to ask you, you kind of mentioned, I guess, within your discipline and stuff like that, I was going to ask you yourself, like, what would you say that would separate you from maybe different fighters or things like that that you know for a fact from yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. Hands down, my work ethic.
Yeah.
My work ethic. Like I was raised that way. Like I was raised by my family. My family originally was from Mississippi, and so they were what we would call now sharecroppers. They had their own farm. They grew their own food. They had hogs. They had chickens. They raised them all, and you learn those old qualities. Like I remember growing up, out with my grandmother, my uncles, and my cousin. It's like, when 6 o'clock in the morning, it's like, what are you doing? Sleep.
Yeah.
Like, let's get up. Let's get some work done. And this is on the weekend, summer times. Like when I'm not in school, it's like, let's get up, let's get work done. And over time, you build those habits of, still waking up early in the morning, getting your workout done. Even if you don't feel like something needs to be done, you do it anyway. Even if you're tired, you work out anyway. And so those are the qualities that I over time I've just developed. And I feel like when it comes down to it, when I got somebody standing across from me, I know for a fact I done outwork you. I know it. I know I've outworked you. And if you gotten anything close to me, then it's gonna be a hell of a fight.